Hi, today, excuse me, today what I'm going to do is because The Last Dance has started on Netflix about the Chicago Bulls, I thought I'd have a look at a Jordan, but it's not a main Jordan, it's not an Air Jordan, it's a Jordan model, as one of the other Jordan models, because it was the first Jordan that came to hand. And I'll show you it now. It's one of my favourite of the other Jordan models. It's from quite a few years ago now, and it was worn in the NBA by Blake Griffin, and it is the Jordan Superfly 2. And here it is. I couldn't get the UNC blue, which I'd wanted to, because that's where Jordan played his college basketball. However, I was able to get this blue, which is close and quite nice. So that was good. I had to say this is one of my favourite shoes I've ever had. I had another pair, which I wore into the ground basically. The laces went first, I think, and then the sole started to fall off, and eventually I had to chuck it out. But yeah, and it was completely worn everywhere basically. But a wonderful shoe actually, and it came out about the same time as the Jordan 20, Air Jordan 28, and it has a similar thing because it has the flight plate in there, which is your carbon fibre plate for arch support, and it gives you a bit of a spring. You can actually see where it goes because it shows you, but it's almost like a diagram of where it is. And then you also have your air units under here, and similarly to the Jordan 28 with the two air units here. The difference is on the 28 they were turned that way. Also, the rubber on this is a lot stronger. So on the 28 the air unit had a tendency to burst, open up and become useless. On this one it's the other way around, and the rubber's more solid, so it gives you a longer term deal with it, long-term usage with it, and in that regard I think this is slightly a better shoe than the Jordan 28 was. I always loved this bit in here, but if you ever walked on gravel got caught in there. But yeah, it was nonetheless I really enjoyed wearing it. It was probably one of my favourite shoes to wear for a long time. I really loved this design with just this simple effect here. And you see there's also little delves on the side, that little dimples as it were. To me that effect was so effective, and just a really great design. Simple but extremely effective. And so I was a huge fan of the shoe, still am, and that's why it was probably my favourite shoe at the time to wear. It's also extremely well padded on the inside and very comfortable, and there's a heel pad here to keep it in tight and everything like that. So yeah, it's a great shoe. It's probably one of the best Jordan shoes outside the main line, and certainly I would say one of my favourite shoes of its time. I absolutely loved them. So that's it for the Jordan Superfly 2, and I hope to see you soon for some more looks at shoes. Thank you very much. Bye bye.